go to questions.
You know, I'm so grateful for these girls. We had an opportunity in the locker room afterwards to spend a time with a special friend from Children's Hospital that was here with us today. And these girls, you know, this is a game of basketball we're so fortunate to get to play. Had a great time together playing, know that there's things that we need to be better at, but just to see them interact with our special friend tonight and how giving and loving they are. It says everything about them. So grateful for the opportunity to play the game of basketball. And to compete with these young women. Thought tonight was a good competition. Obviously, we came out, I thought, a little rusty. I thought Wisconsin had a lot to do with that. They came out really defending well, and then I think we turned the page and started defending with a little bit more intensity and playing a little bit quicker, and really proud of that change.
How, you know, in the first half on a 7-0 run, you take a 6-point lead, and it seemed like that kind of catapulted you into the second half. Did you feel like that was important to finish the first half that way?
Yeah, I think the second quarter was a 20-8 quarter, and I felt like we needed that after the way we came out a little bit slow. And I felt like that intensity on the defensive end kept transitioning into offense. And, yeah, proud of the way we turned the corner after the first quarter.
Elle, did you need stitches or
I'm going to get them after this. Yeah, so yes. Yeah.
But
Second time. It's okay, though.
I mean, is it hard not to get? How do you guys not get frustrated? I mean, I know you guys are making shots that you probably normally make, and was it hard not to get frustrated, or what's your mindset to get past that?
This or maybe
No,
shots?
the first quarter when you're struggling to score points.
Oh, I don't know. I just think it starts on defense. So when we get that energy and that intensity on defense, we can use that momentum on offense. So keeping our mind focused on the right things always helps.
You guys are on a 5-game winning streak. How good do you feel right now about things?
I feel good, but we're not content with anything. Like, we just want to keep pushing and winning every moment. Like, we talked about that at the beginning of the game, so we're not really thinking too far ahead. But, you know, we're proud of ourselves for just the growth that we have. But now it's on to the next and figure out, like, how do we beat the next team and just beat us at the end of the day.
Hey, Coach. Just wanted to ask you, obviously, back on her birthday game, Elle had a big performance. Happy late birthday.
Thank you.
Obviously, 23 points tonight, kind of lit up in the second half. What have you seen from her, you know, over the last few games? I know in Illinois, I believe, early foul trouble, but just this kind of stretch of recent games where she's kind of lit up the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think just the confidence and the intelligence she's playing with. I mean, really high IQ, making great reads quickly. It's very difficult, and I think she does that tremendously well. Scores at 3 levels, and also understands, you know, when to be quick and when to slow down and make a read. And so just doing a great job, both ends of the floor.
Dalayah picks up another double-double in this one. I know we've talked about rebounds before and you know, the glass, but have you seen anything in her you know, approach to the game change lately, or is it just she's taken advantage of these opportunities as we're, you know, strongly getting into Big Ten play for you guys?
I thought she won every moment possible tonight. I mean, on both ends of the floor. I mean, we obviously switched her onto the 5 some. You know, she made great decisions with the ball in her hands. I think she's just playing at a tremendous pace, really understanding the game also at a high level and making good decisions.
And, just wanted to ask you, you mentioned that special friend. I know you've talked a lot about community here in the area and how important that is. And, you know, there's the 8-minute mingles after the game. Can you kind of talk a little bit further about that, about how this team seems to be, you know, pretty proactive in doing those sort of activities and things, you know, in the community here?
We're very blessed to play the game of basketball and to get to do something that we love every day together with people that we love. And there's people, you know, all over the community and throughout the city that, you know, they have to sacrifice a lot to come to a game. And we're so grateful for that. There's people across the street, you know, fighting for their lives while we're playing a game. And so we just want to keep things in perspective. We're so grateful for each other. Really grateful. These young women are really special, incredible hearts. And so just an opportunity to blend the two things, like these young women and their character, to be able to serve and love the people around them, and then hopefully we can bring some joy to young people as they come as well.
Want to ask you, not directly related to this game, Coach, before I forget, Olivia Anderson has been in a sling. Can you just tell us a bit about her injury and how she's doing?
Yeah, she has an arm injury, and so she's going to be out for a bit. We're not sure how long.
And then for sort of any or all of you, felt like a really connected and balanced offense today. Obviously, you had the game where you scored 40 and maybe other players didn't score as much, but you had multiple players nearing 20 or above. Just what was working and what has maybe helped you guys get to such a balanced and connected flow that you guys had today?
Well, we'll start with the non-assists.
Yeah.
Right, and so, that's what I think you'll find is at any given night, these young women will pass the ball, and they'll share the ball, and they'll keep the floor spaced, and they're very unselfish. And so for that reason, it's the person's moment that has the ball. And I think that, again, you're talking about incredible character sitting here, and I think that's how you end up with multiple players in different nights for different people. People were so excited. They're so excited for, they said they had double-double. They're real excited about that, or Elle's points, or Sayvia's assists, or whatever it is. They're genuinely excited for one another, and I think it really begins there.
You guys have anything to add? I don't know. I feel like since the Christmas break, I feel like it was just a good reset for us, and I can just tell we're all just so refreshed. And I don't know what it was, but I'm proud of our team just for coming back and taking care of what we need to do on break, because not a lot of teams can go on break for 5 or 6 days and still be disciplined. So I want to applaud us on that. So but just want to keep this thing going and not being content in any way.
And then I know she's not up here, but Tyra's been really impactful lately. Some big rebounds, great transition. Can you just talk about what you've seen from her and what you've really maybe enjoyed about playing with her this season?
Yeah, I think she's been playing super aggressive these past couple games. And that's how we want her to play all the time. She gets in a lot of extra work and working on her finishing all the time. So it's really fun to see her have games like this. She put up 14 points.
8 rebounds.
Yeah, 8 rebounds. So she works hard. She sets good screens, wants to get us open. So I love playing with Tyra. And I'm super proud of the way she's been playing.
Kind of bouncing off that, when Tyra is scoring down low, you guys also had 44 points in the paint tonight. How does that kind of open up the offense and change what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I think they did a great combination of getting the ball in the post and the post going to work, and we had some good drives to the rim, which we've been working on, and I think some great highways by the post players. And so, again, just a team effort to try to make sure we keep the floor spaced and we aggressively go after paint points and we don't settle.
I know you talked about that sluggish start. You guys shot 53% after the first quarter. What kind of offensive adjustments did you make after the first?
We played better defense. It helped the offensive flow. I really believe that. I mean, we're a very good team in tempo, and we got up the floor quickly, and it gave us an intensity on the offensive end.
Yes.
Coach, I know after the last few games, we've talked a little bit about you guys going into these different buildings that you haven't been to before, and they're tough environments. How happy are you? Dalayah talked about how you guys have been a little bit more energized with a reset after the holiday break. How happy are you with your group? Over these last stretch of games, Northwestern, Illinois, Wisconsin. You're playing well in Big Ten so far. How happy are you with the last 3 games, and what are you seeing from your group over these last 3 games that are really sticking out to you?
I thought Dalayah's point is really, really strong. I think when they walked into the hotel, you could see that we had really committed to enjoying our families and doing what you need to do to fill up your heart and your soul, right? But also physically preparing, so they get the mental rest that they need, but physically we've pushed forward, and so you could feel that when we came back to the hotel, which is really important. And then to start on the road right after Christmas, leave your homes. Everybody left their families a little earlier than normal, and I think that this group did a nice job of embracing one another and having fun together, and that really helped a lot. We are going to go to some incredible environments, and every time we walk into a gym, it'll be packed, and it'll be loud, and it'll be intense, and we're playing great teams every night, and that's something that you're excited about. You're excited to go into a packed arena and not be able to hear each other, and make sure that we can communicate non-verbally or verbally and be as effective as we can. So it's an honor to play in the Big Ten, and we're excited for it.
And then next time you're home, you go on the road here for a few games. It's Kelsey's jersey retirement. I apologize, I'm a little early here, but I'd love to hear from any of you, any memories of Kelsey, any thoughts about her game, or the legacy she's obviously left at the University of Washington.
No, she's a bucket. It's so fun to watch her, and I always watch her old games like randomly on YouTube, and so seeing that and seeing her fill up this whole arena and that team is just so inspiring because it's good to see all Seattle people coming to support her. But yeah, it's an honor to play after her and to get her jersey retired. I'm really happy for her.
I've always had so much respect for Kelsey's character. You know, everyone talks about her work ethic, but as soon as you get an opportunity to talk to her, you understand that she's a giver. She has a great heart, and heart for the game you can see, but I also think that she really shares, you know, her love for the game and who she is with people incredibly well, and we appreciate her example so much.
Coach, you know, the Wisconsin polls at 46-42. You called timeout. Whatever. What did you say? Because whatever you said, it obviously worked because you guys dominated after that.
Sometimes they just need a minute, you know. You know, I think it's just refocus and execute. And so sometimes, you know, we do play fast, and sometimes we've got to slow down and let's run this set and execute, or let's get this stop and have a great transition moment. And so I think it's just refocus.
Sure worked.
Thanks.
Oh, you came running down the court in the first quarter, and obviously blood streaming down your face. What actually happened?
I don't know. So I think this is like a really soft spot on your body because my brother had the same exact injury before. But the girl, I think someone elbowed me or something, and it just like that's like there's not a lot of skin there. My brother had the same exact thing though in high school, so that's why I know that. But yeah, it doesn't hurt too bad, so that's good. I might need some stitches.
Any final questions? All right, thanks everyone.
Thank you guys for being here.